Hey, good morning. It's Jeff Wade here at stockideas.org, and today I just want to do a quick book review of The Safe Investor, How to Make Your Money Grow in a Volatile Global Economy by Timothy F. McCarthy. Really enjoyed this book. I came up on my radar when actually the author's publicist team or someone contacted me to see if I'd be interested in reading this book. And, I was very happy to receive it and share the findings with you here. So if you don't know the author, Tim McCarthy, he was president of the Fidelity Investment Advisor Group, and then actually later went on to become president and COO of Charles Schwab, and he was very involved at, I think, Nikko Asset Management as well in Japan, I think as president. So the take home here is that Tim McCarthy, although you may not have heard of him, is incredibly experienced when it comes to global asset management. And this book was only written very recently, like a year or two ago, I think, and 2014 actually. So the examples in it are really contemporary, are really current, and this book serves as a wonderful best practice guide for anyone who needs to get up to speed with what to do with their investment options. The book is easy to read, easy to understand, and focused on sort of actionable ideas that you can take as an investor to more safely grow your nest egg. So, necessarily then the focus of this book isn't on, knocking it out of the park, getting 20 or 30% returns each year. It's more on, responsible financial planning and how can you, identify what your financial goals should be, and then how can you methodically attain them. The book is separated into three parts. The first one sort of just introduces some best practice lessons. The second part talks about how to, put that into practice a little bit, give some investing solutions, some, like thought tools that you can use to conceptualize these ideas a little better. And then part 3 is all about finding an advisor and setting up your investments in a way that will work for you. So that was one thing I really appreciated about the book, was how actionable it was, how focused it was on helping an individual figure out what to do with their money. I think this book is probably best suited for, some maybe not an older person, but like, kind of 30, 40, 50 upwards, trying to figure out, how do they have enough money for retirement? How do they deal with getting a large inheritance, or, selling a property or a company and getting all this money, and then what do you do with it? How do you ensure that it's safe and that you're earning a steady return that will help you, meet your lifestyle needs until you're 90 or 100 years old? So, I really want to drive home the point that I found this book to be quite actionable, quite easy to understand, and really, really practical. Like, the content is all about, here are the specific questions to ask potential advisors to identify risks, to ensure that they're a good fit with you, et cetera, et cetera. There are a lot of really useful lessons, and I enjoyed this book, and despite being, a relatively practiced investor, I did learn a lot. One of the things I especially appreciated was that, Tim McCarthy, the author, has quite a bit of experience traveling in Asia and setting up investment brokerage offices in other parts of the world. So his perspective on international markets and emerging markets and growth markets was really in depth, and highlighted by personal experiences. So I felt that aspect of the book was especially useful, and McCarthy did a great job, highlighting the strengths and as well the risks of not investing in emerging markets, which a lot of American published books don't focus on. So for that reason, I thought the perspective was especially unique. Another thing I liked about the book, and this is common in books, I like when at the end there's sort of a summary, the final words of advice chapter, 7 critical lessons. So it really all the knowledge in the book can be summed up in these couple pages and these take-home points that kind of give you a clear roadmap on how you can manage your investments safely and realistically. And that's the main, I think, two words to describe this book is the safe investor, and it's also the realistic investors. So, the plans that are kind of laid out in here, they aren't crazy. They're attainable by anyone, and it's more focused on working within a framework that's realistic. How can we safely plan to meet our goals, given how long you're going to live, how long you're working, what your current net worth is, healthcare costs today. So I think that would really be sort of my take-home message with this book, was that not only does it show like some relatively safe ways to invest your money, but it's very realistic and works within a realistic framework. And by the time you're done reading this book, you'll have the conceptual model to understand where you should be putting your money, and the actionable blueprint or roadmap to actually do it. So for those reasons, if you're looking to get up to speed on investing best practice, I definitely recommend The Safe Investor for you. If you want to just do your due diligence, earn a reasonable return each year, and minimize risk in your portfolio, this is exactly the book you're going to want to check out. Now, for more information on the book, I can't cram it all into a quick video here, so I encourage you to click on the link below. That'll take you to stockideas.org, where you can read through in much more detail a more in-depth textbook review. Then you can also click through on Amazon and check out the reviews there and see if The Safe Investor by Tim McCarthy is the book for you. Thanks very much for watching. I encourage you to click to subscribe for more finance book reviews, and thanks again.